So we're going to talk about parts of a whole, and I'm going to end up writing, so you're going to end up writing some of the word problems, not to be of a nuisance, but just the fact that so you can go back and say, oh yeah, that's exactly what we were talking about, okay? So when we're talking about parts of a whole, if I were to say, for instance, oh, I know what I was going to tell you. Some of the key words that you're going to be listening for is of. And we talked about of is multiply. Okay? So, and is equal. Okay? So we're going to listen to the word of today. Okay? All right. So, for instance, we're going to say there were 8 marbles in a bag. Do you need to write this down? I write, you write. 3/4 of the marbles are red. How many are red? So there are 8 marbles in a bag, 3/4 of the marbles. So we would say 3/4 of the marbles. How many marbles did I have?
8 marbles.
8 marbles. This is how many I had. I had 8 marbles, and I want to take 3/4 of those 8. And so because I want to take 3/4 of those 8, is my answer going to be larger or smaller than 8? Why is it going to be smaller, Ryan? You're correct, sweetheart. Why is it going to be smaller? Why is it going to be smaller, Ryan? What's that? Okay. What do you think, Alexis? Part of. I'm taking a part of what I have. Well, I only have 8. I'm taking a part of that 8. I cannot have more than 8. Why can't I have more than 8? Why can't I have more than 8?
Because you're taking away 3/4.
I'm taking part of what I have. I can't have more than what I already had. I'm not adding more. I'm taking them away. Okay? So, this is how I'm going to show you how to do this today. So, you're going to organize this in a way that's easy for you to understand. So, this is my total. This is how many I have. I have to organize them. If I'm taking 3/4, that's my fraction. If I have 3/4, I'm taking a part of it. So if I'm going to organize my 8, I have to organize them in groups of what? In a group of 4. Okay? So this is my groups. So I'm going to take 4 groups, 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups. Okay? So I'm going to take my 4 groups because I'm eventually going to have to take 3 out of my 4 groups, correct? So I have to organize. I can only have 4 groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4 marbles. 5, 6, 7, 8 marbles. So within those 3 out of 4, because this right here is 3/4, there's 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, there's 4/4. How many do I have in my 3/4, ladies and gentlemen? 6. So my true answer is 3/4 of 8, or multiplied by 8, is 6. So how many marbles are red? 6 marbles. All right, let's do another problem. I'm going to turn the page just so I can make sure I show, and you can see and very easily write it. All right, so my next one, I have 15 flowers, 3/5 are pink. How many are pink? So what do I have as my total? How many do I have?
15.
Jeez, I'm so sorry that keeps doing that. I have 15 total flowers, and I'm taking what of it? I'm taking an amount, or I'm talking to you about something about my whole. So I have 15 whole flowers. A part of them, what about a part of them? Part of them are what? Pink. A part of them are pink. So I'm talking about a number that's going to be greater than or less than 15. Less than 15 because I only have, it's a part of my flowers. I can't have any more than 15 flowers. So I'm going to take a part is 3/5 of my flowers. So you would say 3/5 of my flowers are pink. How many flowers do I have? 15. So I have to take, what's my fraction? I have to take 3/5 of that amount. I'm going to make sure everybody's with me. That's not going to work. That still stays. All right. Here we go. So I'm going to have how many groups? 5 groups. Good job, Adeline. So I'm going to show you 2 different ways. You can do this 2 different ways. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups. Or I can have them go in horizontally. So I have 5 groups. And I have to organize how many flowers into 5 groups? 15 flowers into 5 groups, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 flowers, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 flowers. I can do it horizontally. 1, 2, 3, that's vertically, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 flowers. 15 flowers. So, what am I going to take of my 15 flowers, Zoe? What am I taking? Or what am I talking about? What am I talking? 3/5 of them are pink, right? So, can I find 3/5 of them? Here's a 5th, here's a 5th, here's a 5th, here's a 5th, here's a 5th. So I'm going to take 3/5 of this amount. 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5. I only need 3 out of 5. So right here, this is my 3/5. This is my 3/5. So how many flowers are pink? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 pink flowers. And going back to a part of my whole, I only had 15 flowers. I'm taking a part of my flowers, and that would give me 9 flowers. All right. Last one. All right, here we go. I don't know what I want to say. I had 24 eggs. 3/4. I'm just doing fractions instead of writing it out in word form. You're welcome. I had 24 eggs. 3/4 of my eggs were broken. How many are broken? Sloan, can I have more than 24 eggs broken? Why?
Because that's so many eggs.
I only have 24. So here again, there's that equation right here. 3/4 of my eggs. 3/4 of my eggs. How many eggs do I have? How many eggs do I have?
24.
24.
Thank you. I've got 24. So my real problem is 3/4 times 24. So a part of my 24 are broken, right? A part of my 24 are broken. All right? So how am I going to organize this? Into how many groups, Thatcher?
4.
How'd you get 4? You're correct, sweetheart. How'd you get 4?
4 from, yeah.
The denominator? So I'm going to get them in groups of 4, correct? Because why do I want to put them in groups of 4, Sloan?
So you can figure out how many eggs.
Okay, but because I eventually want to take what? 3/4 of them. So here we go. I'm going to organize it 2 different ways. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups. So now I've got to organize my 24 eggs into 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, I'm showing you 2 different ways. So now what am I going to do? I have 24 eggs, and I split them up into 4 groups. What am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? What do we think I'm going to do now, Jackson?
We're going to take 3/4.
I'm going to take a fraction of them. I'm going to take a fraction of them, and I'm going to take 3/4 of them. Okay? Here's 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. I can take them that way, or I can take them this way. Ladies and gentlemen, how many are in there in my things? Lauren, how many did you get? Anybody else get another number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So, ladies and gentlemen, 3/4 of 24. That means I had 18 out of my 24 eggs that were broken. So we're going to say, don't share it right now because I want you to be thinking while you're doing this. All right, let's go ahead and get your math workbook out. Math workbook out. And you're going to turn to 246. 246. 246. 246. All right. On 246, let's look at number 2 at the bottom. And I want you to just use this room up here in this area right here to work on it, okay? All right, so my first problem is 2/3 times 18. Or I could say 2/3 of 18. So Caleb, if I had 2/3 of 18, how many am I going to have to organize? What's my whole number? 18. And I'm going to have to put these 18 in groups of what? 3, right? So I'm going to have to do 3 groups. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups. So here I go. I'm going to distribute them into 3 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So Sloan, what am I going to do now, sweetheart?
You're going to, you're
Good, I'm going to take that many groups, right? And I've got to take 2 out of 3. Here's 1 out of 3, here's 2 out of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Great job. All right, number 3. Jackson, what am I going to do now on number 3? How many groups do I need to make?
5.
I need to make 5 groups. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups. How many do I need to split up into 5 groups, sweetheart?
15.
Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here I keep going. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can I keep going? No, I have to keep them in what? How many groups? Good job, Ryan. 5 groups. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So, Ryan, what am I going to do here? I've got 15, and I've got to divide it into 5 groups. How many groups am I going to take, sweetheart? 2/5. I'm going to take 2 out of my 5. So I'm going to take 2 out of my 5. So Thatcher, how many does that give me?
6.
Questions, comments, concerns about that? Do number 4 by yourself. Did you already do it? Hmm? It's not the true standard algorithm, but that works. That's not the true standard algorithm. I'm going to teach you the true standard algorithm, okay? In a couple days, but not today, right now. I don't disagree with you. All right, here we go. The number is 6. I've got 3 groups. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll be taking 2 out of 3 groups. How many, guys?
4.
4. All right, here we go. I want you to move on to 248, and we're going to apply this. Now we have all this knowledge, and now we're going to apply this knowledge about parts of a whole. Okay. All right, here we go. Eduardo has 30 pairs of socks in his drawer. Of those, 6 pair are matched. That's not good. And the rest are mismatched. He's packing half of his mismatched in his suitcase for a trip. How many pairs is Eduardo packing for his trip? What is he packing?
Socks.
What kind of socks?
Mismatched.
Mismatched. How many mismatched do we have?
1/2.
A half of their
No. How many do we have?
15.
24.
The 24 is not up here. How'd you get 24, Alyssa?
Because if 30 minus, if 6 of the pairs are matched, then 30 minus 6 would equal 24, and then half of it.
So I'm going to stop right there. So 30. So this is how many pairs I have. 6 is matched socks. So that means 24 are what?
Mismatched.
Unmatched or mismatched. So then I'm going to take half of my mismatched. So what's half of 24? 12. So really the true equation is 1/2 of 12 is, 24 is 12. All right, number 13. What is this story problem, or what is this pictorial thing showing me? So you've got to figure out your groups. Thank you, Caleb, for announcing that. Okay, and it is not correct. You got to figure out how many full groups. Do I have full groups being circled this way? No, I have full groups being circled this way. So how many groups do I have going this way, ladies and gentlemen? 3. How many of them are being circled? 2. So 2/3 of, what's my total amount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So my answer is A. All right, excellent job. Number 14 says Amy has 25 different hair ribbons. She bought 4 of them in a store, but she made the rest herself. Of the hair bows she made, so how many hair bows did she make?
21.
Corbin, how did they get 21 of how many she made? Thank you, Sloan. 25 minus 4. This is her total. This is what she bought in the store. So she had 21 that she made. So, of the hair bows she made, 1/3 of her hair bows had sparkles. So I'm looking for 1/3 of 21. So how many groups would I have? 3 groups. And I'm going to have to organize 21 into 3 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. But I only want what? I only want 1/3. So what is 1/3 of 21? 7. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your notebook paper is to help you draw your pictures for your gold pages, okay? Number 13, everybody look at 13 on your gold pages. So what this is asking, if I'm taking a fraction, multiplying it by a whole number, is my product going to be greater or bigger or smaller than my whole number in the problem? If I take 1/2 of 6, is my product going to be bigger or smaller than 6? Why? Why, Ava, is it going to be smaller, sweetheart? Okay, because smaller, because I'm taking part of the whole number. For example, I'm taking 1/2 of 6, which is 3.